Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Real Estate on Tap. Allison's writing an offer right now, so she will not be joining us at the moment. But again, we are here to answer some of your questions. And today's topic is basically we're in the spring market. We have the flowers are blooming right now, grass is turning green, and my grass is super long. But just we're going to talk about prepping your home for sale. What's going to bring value to a buyer? The market, yes, it is still very good. We actually are the top market in Milwaukee right now, nationwide, as far as home sales are concerned, and we're appreciation too. And when we're talking about getting your home, ready, buyers are pickier. And what I mean by pickier is that a couple of years ago, you used to be able to toss your home on the market and not paint it, not put in new carpeting, not even clean it for God's sakes, and buyers would jump all over the property and write an offer, and there you go. You'd be set as a seller. But now, things have changed. Again, buyers are putting up their nose at a couple things, like paint, um, like cleaning. We walk into a lot of homes that smell, they're dusty, pet hair all over it. And again, buyers can be picky again. Kind of want to start off with that, and kind of talk about what really what moves the needle. And as I always say, we start with selling a home from the outside in. And what I mean is that people judge a book by its cover, and that's very true in home sales. So one thing you want to do, as a seller, is think like a buyer. Is go outside, look at the exterior home. Is there any maintenance that needs to be done? Whether it be painting of the trim, whether it be some of your siding, maybe coming off a little bit. Right now, again, flowers are blooming. Get some fresh mulch out there. Give it that curb appeal. Curb appeal means a lot. Start the wow factor from the outside of the home, and then work it the wow factor all the way through the home as a tour. And again, that can mean painting your front door, maybe replacing your front door. We just went through winter here, and you probably know if you have a drafty door or not. And again, adding certain things like a front door, garage doors. They have one of the best ROIs out there as far as selling their home. What I mean by ROI is return on investment. So, they're saying right now that as far as ROI for garage door openers can be, almost 200% return on just garage door openers. And I'm going to be by just the doors that go up and down, not the actual openers themselves. So start with the curb appeal. Really look at that stuff if you're thinking about selling, and starting with that first. And again, fresh paint on the outside. When we see homes that don't have their gutters extended out, when we see homes that the front doors chipping paint, or the trims chipping paint, those are the things you want to start taking care of now and freshening those things up, so buyers don't look at them as far as maintenance. If the maintenance is taken care of, most buyers are going to look past that and say, well, okay, they're not going to think about it. But when they see chipping paint on the side of the home, when they see maintenance, things to do with the home ownership, that's when they get turned off. So if you can get it out of sight, out of mind, that's the key. Other things I want to talk about, and it's curb appeal. We're mowing grass again. You want to make sure, before you go on the home market, you want to make sure that you trim the hedges, cut the grass. Even in respects of just taking your trimmer out there and trimming, back where the grass might have grown into the driveway, or get rid of that grass and those cracks. All those things are going to, again, give it that curb appeal, give it that wow effect. If trees are overgrown, or trees are rubbing, bushes are rubbing on the side of your house, I see it a lot of times where their branches are rubbing on the roof. That's actually causing damage to that shingle, and you want to stop that damage by chopping that tree branch, or anything that's rubbing on the house. Cut that stuff back. Again, it'll save you a lot of problems down the road, as just a maintenance tip, but also, again, as buyers are looking at that house itself. Other things, again, your flowers are starting to come up. add some color to the outside of the house if it's not there yet. And again, we have some daffodils, tulips popping up right now, but adding color to the house, whether that be going to Home Depot, Menards, and your big box stores, and adding some flowers, potted flowers in there. Again, it's not too early to start that, but again, giving it color, giving it pop, definitely helps too. Other things that I wanted to talk about, decluttering the inside of the house. As you go inside the house, again, the front door must look nice. They open up the door. What are they going to do? Most of the time, buyers are going to go right to that front door closet. And front door closet, all closets in general, we have right now winter coats in there. We have sweatshirts in there, vests in there. This is the time to be pulling that stuff out and boxing those things up. We won't need it for another 6 months, fingers crossed. But yeah, get that stuff out of there. Make those closets look larger. And even your personal closet in there. Go in there. You might have boots, shoes for all different seasons, rain boots. Just pull that stuff out, make that closet look a lot larger. Because what people are going to notice is that if you can't put your stuff in that closet, they're going to say, well, there's no room for his stuff. Where's there going to be room for mine? Again, it's the old adverb, can't put 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound sack. That just doesn't work, and that's what it looks like. So again, decluttering those closets, painting inside. I can't tell you how many buyers, your colors may not be that buyer's colors, and neutralizing that house, especially if you have bold, bright colors. Your reds, your blues, your yellows, may not look nice to you, but another buyer's coming in there and saying, it's a lot of work to be painting and doing those things. So, freshening that up with a fresh coat of paint, a neutral color paint. I don't say bright white. I like to go with like a eggshell white, something that's just a little more dull, but something the buyer can come in there and say, I can paint in my own colors. And that to me is, the difference between a market a couple years ago and what we're dealing with now. And because buyers, again, we all start on the internet as buyers and we go click, 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 click. And at that moment, boom, it's either eye candy and, oh, wow, you want to see this? Or, there seems a lot of work there. We'll pass on it. And you're missing a buyer to be able to get in there just based off of paint colors and your decor when it doesn't need to be that way. So freshening that again, that paint up there, neutral color, your beiges, off whites, light grays, those are the popular stuff right now. And again, can easily be painted over with whatever color they want without saying, well, I got to put 5 coats of paint on this to hide that red and to get that red out of the way. Depersonalization, what I like about residential real estate is that there's some emotion there. So some people go overboard to the extent and they want to pull all their personal items off the walls, maybe wedding photos, family vacation, family photos, period, places they've been. Again, you want to have some of that element. People that have walls as you go walk up the stairs or down the stairs where the whole wall is all their family and everything like that. Yeah, that's probably a little bit too much, but keep some personalization there. Show it looks like somebody's lived here, somebody's enjoyed it, somebody's raised a family here. Those are the things that are going to draw buyers and say, well, hey, if they raise their family here, I probably can raise my family here too. Again, don't go overboard with that. Some people have excess furniture, as I call the big chairs, the beanbag chairs, those types of things, and have just way too much in a room and pulling some of those things out, whether it be chairs, whether it be side tables, whether it be tables itself. Again, make that space feel a little bit more larger. When you have too much furniture in there, it can feel cramped. And once again, a buyer's taking their couch, their furniture, and saying, well, can I fit it in this space? And they see you're having problem with having enough space in there. That's going to turn off a buyer. And again, it's hard for buyers to imagine what it could be when you overfill that space. That goes for living rooms, that goes for rec rooms, that goes for bedrooms too, where you just have too much, per se, in a bedroom setup. You got your, armoire in there. You could have a 2 or 3 dressers in there, and it just packs it in there and makes that bedroom look tiny. Other things, shelves, items on shelves. Some people just have shelves overloaded. Pull some of that stuff off. Keep it simple. You don't got to overdo it. And the other big things here, get your countertops cleared. How many times you go into a house and we have gadgets galore now, and that could be your air fryer, could be your slow cooker, could be your Instapot, your pressure cooker, everything from a toaster oven. And we have too many gadgets that are all sitting on these counter spots. And again, if somebody likes to cook like myself, I walk into a home and I say, well, wow, there's no spot for me to prep any food because there's things all over the place. So take a lot of those things off, the toasters, put them away for the time being. Show the counter space that the home has. That's always going to help. And deep cleaning, clean. I can't say that more. How many times I go into a house, sun shining in perfectly to that window, and I'll tell you, that window looks dirtier than dirty, and you can't even see through it. It's crazy. So, windows, countertops, behind, under the sink, behind, doors, all that stuff. Especially if you have pets, cats that shed, dogs that shed, all that stuff gets kicked in the air and it gets on the windowsills. So again, those are some tips that you want to take advantage of. And if you don't like cleaning, hire somebody who likes to clean. That takes care of that. Baseboards, appliances definitely too. Your oven, open that up, scrub that down. It's a good time in spring. I just did ours. Don't clean your refrigerator. Pour everything out of there. Clean the shelves off. Clean the sides off. It's a good time to do that. And again, people open up the refrigerators. They open up the ovens. They look how cleanly this person is. So, those are some other tips for you. And carpeting. If you're carpeting, you want to list, you want to sell, great. But if you've got, let's say, white carpeting almost in a sense, or very light carpeting, and you see stains going on in there, sometimes you can steam clean it. Other times I see where steam cleaning actually stretches that carpeting, it almost makes it look worse. Carpeting is cheap. As a seller and you're thinking about replacing carpeting, you don't need to go with the Stainmaster Deluxe 3000, okay? You don't need to pay $5, $6, $7 a square foot for carpeting. You go with the basic builder grade. Buyers do not realize what you put in after you put it in. If you give them the option to say, well, yeah, I'm going to give you a carpeting credit or a flooring credit, buyers go to that big box store or the local carpeting store and they go in there and, well, they want the best of the best. And that could be $7 a square foot carpeting. But again, once you lay it down and put it in there, buyers really don't know the difference between a $3 square foot carpeting and a $5 square foot carpeting. So controlling your costs up front, especially like I said, if you got dirty carpeting, you can definitely try the steam clean. But if it's, a carpeting that's 10, 20 years old, it might be time to replace it. And again, we can help you with a builder grade carpeting that, is going to look nice in the home. It's going to have that fresh look, fresh smell. And again, impress buyers to say it's installed, I can move in, and I don't need to do anything. Other things here I want to talk about, again, creating that move-in feel. That's all part of the decluttering, the fresh paint, the fresh flooring, or carpeting that you may put in, or LVP, luxury vinyl plank flooring. Again, those things you want to create that move-in feel where they don't walk into something that they see, over here I got to do this, and over here I got to do this, and maintenance over here, and there's maintenance over there. You got to take care of these things in this market if you want top dollar. What not to waste your money on, and a lot of things that I see people doing right now. Super luxurious bathrooms. Okay, everybody likes a spa-like bathroom, but that's great when I'm on vacation. But how much do we really hang out in the bathroom? Do we need to put a $60,000 bathroom in there with a soaking tub? I don't have time to sit in a soaking tub. As you can see, in a lot of new builds, you don't see those soaking tubs anymore. In the 90s, it was popular, very popular. When you got a soaking tub in your home, you definitely made it. We just don't have time to do that anymore. That's why you see a lot more of the car wash showers. But again, some of those upgrades that you do and you spend a lot of money on, the next buyer may very well not appreciate that. And that's not a good ROI at the end of the day. And people ask me all the time, well, Kevin, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I say, that's fine. They're looking at the return on investment. However, do what makes you happy. Okay, do what makes you happy. As a homeowner versus looking at what's my return on the value going to be. Yes, it's important to kind of take note of, but again, it's your house. You're going to live in it, whether it be 5, 10, 20 years. Do what's going to make you happy at the end of the day. Um, you know, minor refreshes. We talk about you can do. That can be as simple as painting your vanity top in your bathroom, or your vanity itself in the bathroom. Changing the hardware in the vanity itself, or the kitchen hardware itself, definitely adds value. You can go to Menards, Home Depot, and you can spend $5 a handle. You can find them on Amazon for about $1.50 a handle. So again, buyers don't realize what that quality is. They just say, "Oh, it feels nice. It looks nice." You spent $1 on it. They have no better knowing that you didn't go to Menards and spend $10 on a handle. So those are minor things you can do to really update that home and again get more return on your money. Lighting too. You look at your bathroom fixtures, maybe a chandelier in the kitchen. Change that lighting out. Change it to something modern right now. We're still in the nickel or the black bronze. They're the black matte black, I should say, that we're seeing out there. That's still very popular. So changing a few of those things. Again, you can go to BBC Lighting. Awesome place in Milwaukee. Been there myself. Prices, yeah. Well, you can spend $300, $400 on the same sconce that you could probably get from Menards or online for a lot less. So, again, you don't need to go crazy to make those updates and again improve the ROI on the sale of your home. Other things you can do, appliances. People go out and go, well, I want all the appliances to match. Buyers understand appliances that can be changed out. They can be moved easily. So you don't need to go out and spend, $3,000-$4,000 on an appliance and, you get a gas and they like electric, or you get electric and they like gas. So again, those things, we never take appliances into consideration when we do a market, unless it's a Wolf or a high-end type stove. I've never taken in, and buyers typically are going to say, you know what, the appliances aren't great, maybe not my style, but those are cheap things that I can replace to what I want. So again, don't need to go out and go buy all brand new working appliances. As long as they're functional, most buyers are going to say, I'll deal with it for a while, and then I'll get what I want. And then the other thing too, expensive landscaping. When I say that, you can go again buy expensive bushes, expensive flowers, so on and so forth. You can also buy the basic stuff, and what I'm saying is don't overdo it. Most buyers don't know. Most buyers don't care because they know they can again put what they want in there. So just don't do anything exotic that again nobody's going to appreciate like you did. Other I'll call them common wastes. Wallpaper. When I say wallpaper, there are still homes that have wallpaper. Some of it's dated wallpaper. Other wallpaper looks actually pretty cool. So again, when we're talking about doing bold wallpaper, as I call it, kind of a trendy thing. Again, some people don't like that. Unique light fixtures, home theaters. Some buyers say, I'm not a movie buff. I'm not going to watch that type of stuff. And again, when you put in a home theater, again, you're taking, I don't want to say you're pool buyers, but you're also, it's kind of like a pool. It's talking about pool buyers, kind of like a pool. Not everybody likes a pool in Wisconsin. Oh, hi, Allie.
Oh, hey, guys.
You can go ahead. And we talk about again, a pool is something that you're gonna enjoy, you're gonna like. So don't always consider that to be a good ROI in a sense. Home theaters, again, some people like watching movies, other people don't, and that's going to be your personal touch at the end of the day. We were just talking about common things that people again going out and basically spending a lot of money on something they enjoy, but other buyers are not going to see a value to that, and you're not going to necessarily get that best return on that.
Okay. I did hear you mention flowers, and
You like
Exterior
flowers.
stuff. Yes, I love flowers. I am looking forward to putting my hands in the dirt. Curb appeal is definitely something that buyers nowadays are looking for. So I think I heard Kevin mention that, getting out there and decluttering the outside, getting rid of those weeds, making, just a simple hanging plant, put it on your front stoop, definitely helps catch the eye when people drive by because now it's getting nicer out and that's what they're doing. I'll tell you, when we bought our house, the minute we pulled up, the curb appeal was fantastic, and I was like, "Yep, this is it." Just by looking on the exterior of it, and it is ours. So yeah, definitely something that needs to happen.
Um, again, even mechanicals, we talked about appliances, but I think I'm missing a big point is mechanicals. We offer home warranties, okay? So again, is there a value to having a new furnace, a new air conditioner, a new hot water heater? Absolutely, there's a value to it, but it's not something, again, if it's not broke, don't fix it type of attitude. You don't need to go run out and put a brand new air conditioner in or a furnace in or a hot water heater if it's not broken. Home warranties we do offer. A lot of times I think that's a great way to say, okay, Mr. Buyer, I understand I don't have brand new appliances, brand new mechanicals in the house. I'm willing to give you a year, home warranty to protect you in case something does fail, that they would go ahead and replace it with a small deductible. So again, those things aren't going to give you, it's not dollar for dollar cost. They put a $7,000 furnace in, carrier high efficiency Infinity unit in there, where you're going to get that $7,000 back.
Age is not a defect.
Yeah, and age is not a defect in our world. So keep that in mind. If it works, it works. And I've seen 70-year-old ACs still kicking like they're brand new, and sometimes I think the older stuff's actually a little bit better.
I agree.
We're in such a disposable society. When something breaks, we toss it away instead of being able to fix things. I've seen furnaces that are from the 50s that are built like tanks. Other things here kind of help you out here as far as best ROIs right now. We talked about the garage doors themselves, the actual doors, and again, that's 100 to 200% ROI and reports out there. A steel or fiberglass entry door, if you have the old wooden one, some of those, again, we talked about curb appeal, keeping that wow effect going through. That's definitely going to help.
If it's an attached garage, you want to make sure that it is a fireproof, safe door.
Yes.
Just don't put on some pretty door if it's attached, because it's definitely not.
Has to be fire rated.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Fire rated doors, absolutely. And those are the Wisconsin code, and you can find those pretty easily. Talked about curb appeal. Other ROI things, I think right now kitchens are number two. Outside spaces, since the whole, I hate to say it, the C word, the COVID word, outdoor spaces have been one of the best ROIs out there. And I think it's going to continue trend, especially in Wisconsin, as we are cooped up for 6 months of the year. If we don't have a basement area, we're sitting in the house and we want to get outside and having a nice patio space, a place you can entertain and be outside, especially as the weather gets nicer and in the summertime. Again, that's a great ROI.
Kitchen, obviously nobody wants to put in a brand new kitchen, but hardware, a lot of older homes have older hardware. Just refreshing the hardware definitely helps pop your kitchen a little bit more as well.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit too.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions out there as far as things that you may be asking yourself? Should I do this for selling? Should I not be doing this for selling? Again, if you have any questions, we're happy to answer them live here. If not, you guys can contact us via cell. And we have a little whiny dog today.
Sorry, guys. I've been gone all day, and he's craving my attention, so he's whining at me right now.
So feel free to reach out to us via cell, email, text message. Absolutely fine if you want us ideas. Happy to come over, take a look at what you got going on, and tell you what buyers are looking at right now. As we've seen, we've been in the market, we've been in the trenches, doing great this year, getting accepted offers. It's again another very tough market out there.
Yes.
I feel bad for a lot of my buyers, having to disappoint them. But we are getting it done, and sometimes it takes a couple L's to get a W. And that's important, and that goes, again, having the knowledge, having the experience that we bring to the table here on the Marciniak team.
Questions, anybody? Does not look like there's any questions.
And that's all right. And again, we're here to inform you today. Again, what adds value to your home before you sell. And again, Allie wasn't here for everything.
Yeah, sorry guys, working.
Working. Ready to offers. That's what we do on Wednesday nights at
Yeah.
8 o'clock. We do it for our clients and customers, but we always like working hard for you and get it done.
Like Kevin mentioned, we would be happy to stop over and just walk through your house and give you our input on things. And one thing I'd like to say is does not matter what it looks like. If it's clean or not, we do not care. A lot of people are always like, oh, it's so messy. We don't care. We're not there to look at your mess and how you live. We're there to look at your house. So
we've seen worse.
keep that in mind.
We've definitely seen worse. We're not there to judge. It's basically, we know it's not going to be in perfect showroom condition for us, and that's fine. We understand that. Sometimes we say we point out the obvious, but sometimes the obvious is not the obvious to somebody. What somebody's cleanliness is to what my wife's cleanliness is. I'll tell you that much.
Everybody that knows me personally knows that I'm very OCD and I'm very clean.
Yes, and again, that's fine. We're gonna tell you those things to do. You may know them already, but having us come over. All right, let's remove some clothes in the closets here. Let's paint this bedroom. Again, get rid of this or change these light fixtures out. These again are small things you can do
On your own.
We have people that can help you. You can do it on your own. YouTube is a wonderful tool to figure out how these things work, how to be overly cautious, how to be overly be safe, doing them, and then giving it a whirl yourself, learning that experience, and then changing those things out, and again spending a few bucks to again make your sale price go way up, and again spend a few bucks to get $1.50 back. Don't spend $1 to get a 50 cents back. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
All right. Well, it's been almost 26 minutes here. I don't want to take too much more of your time. Again, anybody have any questions out there? Else we'll shut it down, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks. Well, thank you, Lindsay, for the comment there. Always, again, like the information, and we're here and happy to help.
And as we said before, if anybody has any suggestions that they want to have us talk about, we're open to suggestions as well. So.
Yeah, anything, maybe buyers out there that are wondering how we're getting accepted offers, we're happy to share some of those tips. Maybe
I don't know if I want
some
to share
of
my
them.
tips. But
Some of them, must be serious here now. But yes, we're happy to, again, take that phone call. So with that, Real Sit on Tap.
Sorry,
for
I
Wednesday.
was late. I don't even have a drink.
April 29th. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks
Have
much.
a good night, everybody.